respect for all in attendance. Let's meet the teams.
ECAT's production of OA Sports are provided by Rev T, we simplify technology for better, Easton Lions Club, Morris Insurance, Doug King Bills Incorporated. ECAT would like to thank all the sponsors for the support of producing OA Sports.
Number 10, Aiden Murphy. Number 14, Brendan Radzik. Number 13, Malik Sayani. Number 19, Aiden Barber. And number 18, Owen Mujali. And now for your Oliver Ames High School Tigers. Number 1, Zach Gilson. Number 2, Alejandro Landaverde. Number 5, Nikki Babanikis. Number 6, Captain Luke Churchill. Number 8, Cyrus Henjani. Number 10, Captain Jackson Mercieri. Number 12, Captain Craig Churchill. Number 21, Jacob Fedorchik. Number 22, Joshua Braz Andre Ferrama. Number 24, Derek Walsh. And number 26, Lucas Halama. At this time, we'd ask those who are able to please stand for the singing of our national anthem. Good luck to both teams and enjoy tonight's match. Hello and welcome to tonight's playoff match. First round of 32 for Oliver Ames versus the Melrose Red Raiders. Melrose comes in the 30th seed, winning against Chicopee in the play-in playoff game earlier this week. And this will be Oliver Ames' first games in the playoffs. Coming in at number 3, a big jump in those last few rankings. It's our first time for Oliver Ames back at home in about 5 or 6 games. Big win over Stoughton in the last game of the season by that plus 3 goals that jumped them into 3rd place. And also locked them in for the Davenport Championship many years ago for Oliver Ames. It was a challenge this year by Mansfield, who ended up in 2nd in the power rankings across the state. But despite the power rankings difference, Oliver Ames did win the Davenport champions. These two teams met in last year's playoff Great game up at Zavarian, if I remember correctly. 1-0 Melrose late into the second half. Late goal by Joey Carney to tie it up. And then a goal by now Captain Craig Churchill to steal the win at either the end of the game or an overtime period. I honestly forget what exactly it was. So expect Melrose to be looking to get some revenge on Oliver Ames. Melrose not having the same season that they had last year. 7-8-2, if I read it correctly. But are on a 5-game winning streak coming into tonight's match. So certainly their team is hitting the high point of the season at the right time here. Similar lineup for Oliver Ames here in terms of people on the field. But after seeing some success against Stoughton with playing a 2-forward lineup, expect to see that again tonight with both Nicky Babanikas and Derek Walsh playing it forward. Not sure if that pushes Josh Braz and Cyrus and Johnny deeper into the midfield or if they're still working with the forwards up close. Oliver Ames gets us started. Ball launched downfield by Mercieri. Couldn't get it to Hanjani, so long ball down that wing. Craig Churchill brought down, but no call. Couple throw-ins here for Melrose to get the game started. Last year, Melrose had 2 fantastic forwards, tall and fast, which did break down that Oliver Ames defense. Fortunately not here today, but still some recognizable names on the list of players that played here or played against Oliver Ames in the playoffs last year. Throw-in to Craig Churchill, picked up by Melrose, sent down only as far as Alejandro. Fedorchik now gets control of the ball, gets it back to Mercier, chips it long, looking for either Walsh or Babanikas, but Melrose is quick to get to it. Despite the slight change in the formation here, Oliver Ames still playing long balls down the wings so far early in the first half, just less than a minute gone. Giovanardi's kick to about midfield. First and second touch to Oliver Ames. Landaverde tries to spring Babanikas. Clash of heads are there, but Melrose does come away with it, no calls. Strong challenge by Luke Churchill. Does get the ball off the Melrose player. Lucas Halama get us restarted here. Long throw to Babanikas, bounces into the box. Landaverde now with a chance outside the box, launches a shot, long shot. Well wide. That'll be a Melrose goal kick. A very warm night in November here in Easton, Massachusetts. T-shirts and shorts in the crowd. I'm sure the players are thankful for the warm game. Landaverde's clearance not far enough, picked up by Melrose. They attack in, but Jackson Mercier is there to tackle away the ball. Loses it back to Melrose. Josh Braz to Walsh. Walsh brings Braz. It's an opportunity here for Braz going into the box. Hard tackle. He dribbles right through it. Crossing opportunity. Finds Babanikas in the box. Goal, Oliver Ames. 1-0. Excellent connection between Braz and Walsh. Braz, excellent dribble through the box, and an excellent decision by him not to go down on that hard tackle behind him, but to bring it in. Has time to pick his head up. Gets the ball over to Babanikas, who's there to smash that ball into the back of the net. Excellent play by Oliver Ames going down those wings. 5 minutes gone, 1-0 Oliver Ames against Melrose. We'll see if Melrose can come back. Certainly they had a slow start to their season, I think losing their first 4 or 5 games. Then eventually started getting some wins, losses, then eventually turned it on towards the end of the season to qualify for the playoffs, then win their first playoff game against Chicopee. So 1-0 I don't think is going to slow this team down. They've come back from being down on the season already. And Johnny's loose pass into the backfield. Melrose takes it in an offensive attacking approach down the right-hand wing. Well covered by Landa Verde, and then the cross in easily picked up by Zach Gilson. Quick rollout to Mercier. Mercier tries to spring either Hanjani or Babanikas. Ball headed out of bounds by Melrose. They're going to have to look up, shore up that right-hand side with the size difference between Babanikas and their right back. Lucas Alama edging well out of bounds, looking to launch this ball into the box. Melrose first to get ahead to it. Then knocked out of bounds by Cyrus and Johnny for a Melrose throw-in. Strong fight by the Melrose forward there against Landa Verde. Eventually wins a call. Melrose pushing forward here, an offensive kick about 45 yards out. Sent in before Oliver Ames can get into position, but Oliver Ames gets the offsides call. Looked like the majority of Oliver Ames players were all coming back from where that foul was called and weren't in position just yet for when that kick came in. Braz to Walsh. Walsh back to Braz again, similar to the first attack. Braz slows it down, finds Craig Churchill in the center. Churchill back to Luke Churchill. Long ball into the corner. Excellent pass, finds Hanjani, who can dribble into the box. Tackled away by Melrose defender. Their ball heading out. Long ball into the box, handled well by Jackson Mercieri. Does it again. Josh Braz now with the ball, looking to turn upfield. Pushes it back to Fedorchik, who has to swing his leg out. Does make connection to get it back to Mercieri, who can get it safely back to Gilson. High press from Melrose there, broken by a long ball by Mercier out of the box, but Melrose retains control after that. Great tackle by Hanjani. Down the left-hand side, does get the ball to Babanikas. Babanikas dribbles safely all the way back to Churchill. Smart play by him. All the Rams with a lot of players now. Luke Churchill with a lot of options. Swings it outside to Cyrus and Johnny. Cyrus loops into the box. Extra touch got away from him, rolls out of bounds for a Melrose goal kick. Melrose the first sub of the game. Babanikas down the box. Can't make a good connection with that. Picked up well by Giovanardi. I was trying to figure out how the subs were playing out there, and admittingly had my head down when we got the ball back outside the box. Great kick by the Melrose goaltender. Halama first to get his head to the ball, but it goes out of bounds for Melrose throwing. Excellent take by Bob Benikas on the pass from Luke Churchill. Craig Churchill now in the box. Dribbles out, picks his head up, crosses. No one there at the far post. Fedorchik comes onto it, picks it up. Crossing opportunity for him. Goes across the goal face again. No one's still standing in front of the goal from Oliver Ames either time. Churchill's chop at the ball, goes well high. Goal kick coming in here from Melrose. First touch to Braz, then to Churchill. Bob Benikas comes onto it. Launches, frees up. Walsh coming in. Giovanardi gets up high and snatches that ball out of the air before Walsh could get there. Churchill again picks up the ball well, sends it back to Mercier. He slips up on the turf, has time to recover himself to launch it downfield. Throwing from Melrose here. Another Melrose throw, about five yards closer. Slowly working their way into our defensive zone. Searching ball in from Melrose, only finds Zach Gilson at about the penalty spot. Gilson safely picks the ball, sends his team downfield for a long ball. Absolutely really high ball, but goes to about half, and Oliver Ames comes away with possession. Mercier gets the ball to Bob Benikas, who checks back from his forward position to pick up that ball in the midfield. Fedorchik now the ball, tries to push Braz down to that corner. Braz fights to get there in time, but well guarded up by the Melrose defender for a goal kick. Melrose goal kick. Heavy header by Hinjani to get that ball. Oliver Ames still looking to press when they get that second goal. Just over 10 minutes past. Bob Benikas down in the corner. He's got Walsh in the box. Excellent job by Bob Benikas to pull that ball out of the corner and give himself some space. Gets it back to Halama. He's got plenty of time to pick his head up. Finds Luke Churchill. Finds Craig Churchill just outside the top of the box. Excellent dribbling by Craig. Finds Luke. Tries to get a shot off, but bounces off of Braz. Jacob Fedorchik wins an Oliver Ames throw-in. Deep in the zone. Sends the ball. Walsh tries to get his head to it, but Melrose is there to get it first. Look at the amount of Oliver Ames players forward here. They've got the vast majority of the team at that 18 line trying to find a way through this Melrose defense. And Johnny's pass off the mark, but Melrose's kick only goes as far as Halama. Oliver Ames again presses into the Melrose defensive zone. Long ball to Bob Benikas, takes it down with his chest very well in the box, tries to turn, knocked out of bounds by a Melrose defender for I believe the first corner kick of the game here for Oliver Ames. Short kick to Mercieri. Gets tackled at the top of the box, no foul. Excellent turn by him. Eventually got off his feet. Walsh down with the ball. Tries to get it back to Mercier, but kicked away by Melrose defense. Excellent back check by Henjani to pick up that ball from Melrose defense. And Craig Churchill wins a foul about 5-6 yards away from the box. Mercier coming over to take it. 2 players back for Oliver Ames, Halama, and Landaverde. And Johnny takes the ball, takes the kick. High, Melrose goal kick. Substitution at forward here for Melrose. John Barada yet to use his bench yet. 15 minutes into the game. That's not surprising for him. He is more of a 20-minute person when he has a set rotation. Churchill loses the ball to Melrose, but they lose it directly back to him. Safe pass back to Mercieri. Time to scan the field. Tries to spring Walsh. 2 Melrose defender there to block Walsh off. Ball goes all the way to Giovanardi. Dangerous header there between Craig Churchill and Melrose. Ball goes out of bounds for a Oliver Ames throw. Throw bounces through everybody. Eventually rolls out of bounds for a Melrose goal kick. Short kick. Walsh picks it up. Battling against 2 defenders. They have to kick it out of bounds. Picked up by Henjani before it can get out of bounds. Ball down the left-hand side here. Now kicked out of bounds from Melrose for a Oliver Ames throw-in. Substitution now for Oliver Ames. Walsh coming off. Bernie Ellie coming on. See if there's instructions in order to move people around here. If Bernie's going to take that midfield position or stay at forward. Bernie stays up at forward. Mercier to Landaverde. Good defensive control by Oliver Ames. Churchill to Braz. Braz with time to make a decision here. Tries to free Fedorchik down the right-hand side. He does get there in time for that cross. Ships that cross in. Picked up by Melrose first, though. Bernie was right there to knock that in. Excellent run by Fedorchik. Very strong play by Luke Churchill to make sure that Oliver Ames retains control. Excellent call off there by Zach Gilson, asking Landaverde to not touch that ball, to pass it back, but instead allow it to roll all the way to him so he can pick it up. And Johnny taken out from behind. Offensive kick for Oliver Ames, about 35 yards out down the left-hand side. Senior captain Jackson Mercier over to take the kick. Lots of Oliver Ames players gathering at the back post. Mercier's kick not what he was looking for, too low, easily picked up by the Melrose defense. Craig Churchill now springs Mercier into the box. Touches that ball into the back of the net. Melrose looking for an offsides, not getting it there. Excellent decision by Mercier after that kick to not head back onto defense, but slides in behind the Melrose defense that didn't see him. Luke Churchill spotted that run, sent that ball wonderfully across to him, but even with that, Mercier had to do 2 or 3 good touches to get that ball down to his feet and then to get that into the back of the net. 2-0, Oliver Ames. 21 minutes left in the game in the first half. Melrose was looking for it there on the kickoff. Got called for a foul. They disagreed with. Big kick away from the Melrose player. Normally a yellow card offense. Probably not this early in the game. Referee just warning the player to not do that again. And diverted to Halama. High pressure coming on him. Heavy pressure coming from Melrose, but sent away by Oliver Ames. And Johnny's clever pass from him back to Luke Churchill. Gets forward to Craig Churchill. It's time to scan. Finds and Johnny, who can't dribble through the 2 defenders who are ready for him. I'm going to call against on Johnny either for playing the ball on the ground or for something else that might have happened when he was on the ground there. Ball sent down to Bob Benikas down the left-hand side. Oliver Ames continuing to do that long pass down that left-hand side of the field. The ball gets back to Halama, who can't get it to Bob Benikas. Picked up by Melrose. Long ball picked up by the Melrose forward down the right-hand side. I thought it was a poor decision to send that ball away. He had time to make a safer pass, but he did find a Melrose player streaking on that right-hand side. Unfortunately, lost out of bounds. Substitution for Oliver Ames. Walsh back in, Ellie back off. Jackson Mercier, plenty of time scanning the field. You know, this is going to be a long ball to Bob Benikas. Bob Benikas gets his head to it first, tries to find Luke Churchill. Not quite on mark, but Churchill does get there in time. Oliver Ames throwing here from Fedorchik. Tries to find a running Craig Churchill, but picked up by Melrose. The Melrose roster in front of me, unfortunately, isn't sorted numerically, which makes it extremely difficult for me to pick out a name if I want to call it one for a good play. Craig Churchill to Bob Benikas. Bob Benikas tries to get the ball to Walsh, picked up by Melrose and sent away, but only as far as back as Bob Benikas. Ball goes back to the Oliver Ames defense. Time and space. Craig Churchill running on to a Mercier long ball. Does get the first touch to it. Has the ability to turn it upfield. Walsh was there to stuff it, but I think we're going to get a call on Craig Churchill for pushing the back. Craig Churchill turns, tries to get Braz sprung down the right-hand side. Picked up by Melrose, but knocked out of bounds for an Oliver Ames throw-in. 15 minutes left. Bernielli coming back on. Bobanika's coming off. Mercieri finding Churchill. Plenty of time. Not a press from Melrose just at the start of their defensive half. Churchill back to Gilson. Turns it upfield. Excellent play by the Melrose forward to get around Hanjani. Now Halama on him. Still looking for that crossing opportunity. Ricochets off Halama's leg and then sent away by Landaverde. Fedorchik doing some defensive dribbling, tries to find Braz. Ball lost to Melrose here. Melrose now with a decent amount of players forward here. Strong tackle by Jackson Mercier. He finds Craig Churchill trying to get the ball to Walsh coming down that center. Kicked away by the Melrose defenders. That'll be an Oliver Ames throw-in real deep in the zone. Fedorchik now with a throw. Gets the ball into the box, bounces in the box. And Johnny gets his hip to it, I think. But the Melrose goalkeeper there to pick it up. And Johnny back to Halama. Luke Churchill now over to Joss Braz. Braz to Craig Churchill. Walsh now just outside the box. Looking for an option, has to take that shot. Bounces off the Melrose defense and out of bounds. Nope, before it goes out of bounds, Melrose defender can get there and sends it long. Bobanika's coming back on for Ellie. Coach John Barada using a forward sub-rotation seemingly in this game. Braz now an opportunity just outside the box. First touch escapes and picked up by the Melrose player. Fedorchik, strong play to get down that right-hand side. Pulls it back, looking for options. Does find Josh Braz. Luke Churchill into the box. Finds Bobanika's, puts it in the back of the goal. I thought I saw the referee pointing at an offsides, but no offsides call. 2 goals for Bobanika's here in the first half. 3-0 Oliver Ames against the Melrose boys varsity soccer team. Melrose gets us restarted. Long kick down the right-hand side. Bounces immediately out of bounds. All of Ames now with another throw-in. I don't think the 3-0 scoreline is going to have John Barada looking deep down his lineup just yet. Excellent pass by Walsh trying to spring Churchill. Churchill does get to it, springs. Bobanicas looking for that hat trick. Great save by Matteo Giovanardi to push that ball out of bounds. Oliver Ames corner kick coming now. Set piece here coming in from Hanjani, the back post. Giovanardi's there to get his hand to it, bounces off the ground, then picks it up. Sends the ball quickly into the defensive zone. Very reckless tackle there by Landaverde. Should be happy he missed everybody there on that one. .3-0, 10 minutes left here. As I was saying, in the playoffs you get expanded rosters. So I don't think Coach John Barada is looking at his expanded roster just yet with the score only being 3-0. But another goal or two, you might start seeing some new fresh legs come on the field and also new to the varsity program. Mercieri looking for Bobanicas. Goes all the way through to Hanjani. Hanjani loses the ball. Well defended there by Melrose. Melrose's pass forward goes directly out of bounds. All Ames girls varsity team also playing earlier at the same field tonight in their playoffs, coming away with I think I heard a 4-1 win. All Ames throwing deep into the Melrose defensive zone here. Alama slowly jogging forward to take the throw. Alama's throw picked up by Craig Churchill onto the Melrose goalkeeper. Well connected by him. Or well caught by him. Chance here for Melrose driving into the box. Zach Gilson off his line intelligently to collect that ball and land upon it. Melrose continue with the high press here offensively. They do get the ball off of Landaverde's feet. Cross into the box, only picked up by, or knocked out of bounds by Halama for the first corner kick for Melrose for the game here. Big substitution coming in now for Oliver Ames. Drew Hall coming on, Josh Carlson, Bernie Ellie. Braz, Walsh, and Bob Anikas coming off. Corner kick from Melrose, our first big chance of the game here. Runners going through the box from Melrose. Headed up and through the goal, or through the box by Craig Churchill. Picked up by Ellie, who launched the ball out of bounds at about midfield. Throw-in for Melrose. Corner kick off that throw-in from Melrose. Another corner kick, another opportunity for them. Doesn't look like they have the height advantage on Oliver Ames, but I saw on that first corner kick they definitely have some sort of set-piece ideas and movement. Watch for those forwards gathering at that far post to run through the box at varied times. Here comes the first, here comes the kick. Kick goes to the back post. Who else but Craig Churchill's there first to get to his head to it. Follows up his own header. Gets the ball out, but only as far as the Melrose defender, pushes back into our defensive zone. Picked up well by Fedorchik, but knocked out of bounds for a Melrose throw-in. Melrose throw-in picked up by Jackson Mercieri, but knocked off his foot and out of bounds. He's not sure that was a corner kick, but that is what the ref called, so Oliver Ames setting up again to defend another corner kick. 3 in a row here for Melrose. Melrose pressing for that goal to salvage something out of this first half. 3-0, 5 minutes left in the first half. Long corner kick to the back post. Craig Churchill first to get his head to that again. Melrose picks up their first goal of the half. Craig Churchill's clearance was to a Melrose defender who turned and launched the ball into the box. There was a Melrose forward there, number 17. Sarak Ariar, who picked up that, launched it in the top corner of the net. Good shot by him. 3-1. Melrose still in this game here. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Barada immediately brings his team back to his first 11 strength, undoing the substitution he did right before that barrage of corner kicks that Oliver Ames experienced. Melrose now driving into the box. Picked up by Fedorchik, our defensive zone. 2 players on Fedorchik. They end up around him, but he does a good job getting back. Shields the ball to get it all the way back to Jackson Mercieri. Uses his patience to dribble past 2 players, but his pass out of the box not connecting. Melrose now again with the ball coming back in. Ball far back to Matteo Giovanardi. Pushes the ball over to a switch to the far side of the field, or right-hand side of the field for their offensive attack. They spring the goal scorer down the right-hand side. Landaverde on him. Dribbles the ball, looking for a call from the referee here. We are looking at a goal kick for Oliver Ames. Both players asking for a kick for their team. Short kick by Gilson to Mercieri. Tries to spring Bob Benikas, who is looking to push it on to Walsh. Might have the same situation here again. Ball drops to Melrose. Luke Churchill, 3 players on him, tries to get it through, does eventually get it to Anjani, who tries to pop it up to Walsh. Speed does force the defender to make that pass back. You could argue unintentional header back from the Melrose defender, so allowing the Melrose goalkeeper to collect that ball. Papanikas and Walsh doing a good job pressing those Melrose defenders to have to make faster decisions, in at least in this run of their both being on the field. Cyrus and Johnny finding Josh Braz on the right-hand side. Finds Babanikas, who dribbles it back. Gets it back to Mercier, who's going to have plenty of time to pick his head up and find the ball. Under 2 minutes left in the first half. 3-1, Oliver Ames versus Melrose. Round of 32 in the Division II MIAA playoffs. Landaverde with some defensive dribbling. Does get the ball back to Gilson, who finds Mercieri. 1 or 2 more chances here coming. Tries to find Babanikas, picked up by the Melrose defense. Strong pass by them forward. Picked up by the Oliver Ames defense. Mercier to Luke Churchill. Luke Churchill finding Derek Walsh on the left-hand side. Giovanardi well up his line to pick up that ball before it can get to Walsh. Heads-up play by Giovanardi there. If he was off that, if he stayed on his line, that was going to be a Walsh one-on-one shooting opportunity. Throwing now at about half for Melrose. Can't be much time left in this half. Referee's allowing a Melrose substitution. Mercier launches the ball out of bounds. All Rims players probably looking at the ref, asking when this whistle's coming. Ball launched into the box. First touch by a Melrose player. Braz now tries to spring anyone downfield, who just tries to clear it. Picked up by Melrose. Walsh back checks, gets the ball out of bounds for a Melrose throw-in. All Rams players looking for a Rams throw-in. Melrose now player turning the box, chance to shoot. Fedorchik gets his foot in there, the big slide. Ball cleared only as far as Melrose here. Fedorchik now one-on-one with the player just outside the left-hand side of the box. Craig Churchill gets his foot to that ball, tries to launch it out of bounds, but can't clear it. Mercier gets his foot to that ball and sends it out of bounds, right into the crowd. Melrose pressing, still under 2 minutes left in this half. Landaverde's clearance not as good as he wanted it to be, only as far as the Melrose defender back in towards the box. Whistle finally blows for Oliver Ames here. Happy to get out of that half. That was a big press by Melrose at the end here. 3-1 at halftime. Oliver Ames versus Melrose.
Good afternoon, everyone.
I'm Abby Malafato.
And I'm
Coming to you from 50 Oliver in North Easton, this is Easton News and
Don't have time to stay up and watch ECAT channels all day long or miss your favorite show's time slot? Don't worry, ECAT has a YouTube channel that has all the programs that we show, so you don't have to miss any of the episodes or catch up on past episodes. Search Easton Cat TV, with TV being the only capital letters. The YouTube channel has playlists for every program, even some of the programs you can download a podcast version. We even stream live events through our channel. To stay up to date with ECAT programming, make sure you look up ECAT's YouTube channel. And don't forget to subscribe so you can get all the alerts for the new programming premiere, and change the alerts to all to make sure you receive all of them. Remember to search Easton Cat TV, with TV being the capital letters. So there's no reason to miss any of the ECAT programming. Enjoy.
Hey Easton, I'm Mike.
And I'm Curtis. We're from Royalty Beverage, your local distributor of Polar Spring Water.
We're excited to join forces with ECAT, also supporting local media and helping ECAT thrive.
So join us in making a difference. To learn more, email us at water@eastoncat.org.
Stay hydrated, support ECAT, and let's make a positive impact together.
Thanks for your support, Easton.
Thank you, Easton.
Yeah. This is the life. Just relaxing by the beach. What could be better than this?
I've got an idea.
What?
I'd really like to find a forever home.
Forever home?
Yeah, like Jack Ryan talks about on Easton News. A forever home. All those animals at the APCSM, they get forever homes. Why not us?
Listen, man, I hate to tell you this.
Tell me what? Come on, tell me. Look, I can take it. Look at me. Come on, tell me. I can take it. Come on.
We're not real.
What are you talking about? Of course we're real. Look at us. We're sitting here on the beach, on vacation, being served raw meat, mind you. We're having a great time. How are we not real? No, thank you. I'm good. I've had enough. I've had enough. Thank you. What are you talking about? Of course we're real.
Look, it's not that we're not real. We're just not living, breathing animals. You don't even have a mouth, dude.
Well, oh yeah? Well, your eyes are just plastic.
Right back at you.
You've ruined my vacation. I can't believe you've done this.
I mean, while we're at it, why do we need a vacation? It's not like you have a job.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. All right. You know what? I'm out of here.
Cubby, wait. I'm sorry. I didn't mean... Oh, well, you have to hear it eventually.
If you'd like to get your hands on a cubby of your own, scan the QR code on your screen now. Hello and welcome to Easton News. I'm Joe Taft.
And I'm Jack Ryan, and together we bring you everything you need to know about Easton, including politics.
The Town of Easton is undertaking a crucial public safety and public works facilities replacement project to enhance essential services for the community.
Community events.
Mark your calendars and get your costumes ready. The Easton Food Pantry will be hosting a Halloween parade.
And sports.
Boys soccer stayed hot, defeating Stoughton 2-1. That was the team's 5th straight division title and 4th in a row in the Davenport.
With APCSM guest segment Pet of the Week.
Hi, I'm Katie with the Animal Protection Center, and today we have a little Iris.
With help from special correspondent Wyatt Fain. Join us
For Easton News.
Playing 6 o'clock Friday, Saturday, and Sundays.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, residents of Easton, friends and neighbors. This is Bill Ames,
co-host with Priscilla Almquist Olson of the Film Connection.
on ECAT now for over 20 years. We're very proud of that.
And we like to interview guests from Easton who have been involved in the film business.
Actors, producers. We're very fortunate today to have a producer of a film.
Hey, are you a fan of history? If so, come for adventure with me, your host Drew Darty, as we explore some of the most impactful events of all time. We talk about U.S. history. These events led up to the creation of the first Continental Congress. World history, the Allied forces consist of France, the United Kingdom, Russia, Japan, and Italy, and influential figures. The legacy of Martin Luther King is one of selflessness, and he never stopped believing in the equal and free America. You'll get my takes and opinions, so come along for adventure on Drew's Venture History TV. Check us out between your recently scheduled programming as well as on YouTube. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Gail Devins, and join me as we discover all the businesses that made Easton great. This is a wonderful, wonderful place. I cannot wait. I want to do it. I want to go there. I am definitely coming back, and I know you will too, because I'm telling you something. It is absolutely amazing in here. What a wonderful way to discover Easton. It's right here in Easton. showing at noon on Mondays, 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, and 11 a.m. on Fridays, only on ECAT.
Don't have time to sit down and watch ECAT programs? Don't worry, ECAT has got you covered. That's right, ECAT has
podcasts! Yes.
ECAT Podcast Channel has your favorite shows that you could listen to. Whether you want to chill and listen to the Ron Van Dam Show and hear him talk about what's bothering him that day, or the show hosted by local legends Stephanie Weinstein and Meredith Keach, where they talk about anything and everything, or take a listen to the weekly news hosted by Jack Ryan and Abby Kitchenham. Stay tuned in with Tiger Talk hosted by Oliver Ames students. Community Forum is where their host Priscilla talks about all things Easton. Easton residents can also find government meetings about various topics. You can find the podcast on Podbean and all your favorite podcast platforms. Just by searching ECAT or the ECAT podcast, you can find it all. The ECAT podcast channel is powered by Podbean, so either in the car ride or walking around town, you can always catch what's going on with ECAT. Happy listening!
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Sick of all the new shows and movies dominating pop culture? Well, have no fear, because Old Time Movie and Old Time TV are here, where we like to add our own flair.
There's a truck out front, and if we could just get the keys...
Man, are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Those are flesh-eating zombies. They upended our car, okay? We're lucky to be alive, especially Joe. I had to pull him out of the trunk, for crying out loud.
It's been a long day.
Also, make sure to check out the Radiocast, our accompanying podcast where we talk about what we've watched.
There was a lot of moments of just Mac on the raft, going down the river, just...
Welcome back for the second half. Oliver Ames versus Melrose, round of 32 playoff game. Oliver Ames 3, Melrose 1. Oliver Ames dominating the vast majority of the first half, but Melrose towards the end might have figured something else out, as they were certainly pressing for the last 10 minutes of that first half. Scanning the field, no changes to the starting lineup for John Barada. Halama tries to bring that ball over his head, bounces over to Luke Churchill. Picked up well by Craig Churchill. Offensive attack here for Churchill. Gets around a player. Has got Walsh and Babanikas around him. Finds Babanikas. Perez now down the right-hand side. Back to Babanikas. Long ball into the box. Gilson and Landaverde maybe not communicating there. Gilson eventually steps forward and gets his foot to that to send it. Babanikas picks up a loose pass. Dribbles around a player, rips a shot from distance. Picked up by goalkeeper Matteo Giovanardi. Giovanardi's kick out. Over half, strong kick from him. Foul called on Luke Churchill. Melrose now with a kick at about midfield. Kicker plus 3 defenders back. Praz, the first person to get his head to it. But still Melrose pressing into the box. Gilson coming off his line to pick up the ball as it bounces up just down outside the right-hand side of the 6-yard box. We are getting a injury timeout, I'm guessing, from the referee, allowing an injured defender from Melrose to leave the field. Didn't see the injury. Gilson's ball to Walsh. Walsh gets his foot to it, bounces off a Melrose player. Offensive throw-in now for Oliver Ames. Looking for their goal number 4. Try to get that 3-goal comfortable lead back. Throw-in gets back to Walsh. Tries to spring Babanikas. Off the mark, picked up by Melrose defense, but kicked poorly across rather than out of the box. Strong tackle by Hanjani. Gets to the ball or does not get to the ball. That'll be a Melrose goal kick. Goal kick to about half, picked up by Melrose. First, second, third touch by them. Halamas thankfully there to knock that ball out. Strong header by Hanjani to get that ball forward to Craig Churchill. Ball knocked out of bounds for a Oliver Ames throw-in. Long throw by Halama. Babanikas turns very well, gets the ball behind a defender. Good play from both of them. Babanikas and Hanjani turned the ball downfield, but Hanjani just picked his head up and see anyone in the box to pass to. Took a shot from a poor angle, picked up by the Melrose goalkeeper. Melrose kick only as far as Craig Churchill to Babanikas. Walsh's touch escapes him right to the Melrose defense. Both teams knocking the ball around a little bit here, trying to get some level of possession here. Good dribble by Luke Churchill, but picked up by the Melrose defense. Strong tackle by Landaverde. Looks like he's down after that. Two players swinging at the same ball at the same time. Landaverde got to it first, but collision probably hit hard on his leg and ankle. He's now up with a limp, telling the refs he's okay to continue to play. Long kick up by Oliver Ames, picked up by Melrose, though. Churchill springs Walsh on the right-hand side. Walsh fights for a corner kick. Nope, knocked out for a... Yep, Walsh did fight for going that corner kick. Wasn't sure if the call there was going against Oliver Ames and going out as a goal kick. Luke Churchill slowly over to take the corner kick. Line of players now up at the box, at the top of the box for Oliver Ames. No one but Josh Braz directly in front of the goal, while he and the Walsh rips a shot as it comes out from the corner kick high over the bar. Oliver Ames continue to press. Excellent shielding by Halam to get that ball off of the Melrose forward. Melrose now coming back to the box. Number 1 for Melrose, dribbling through. Lost his footing. Landaverdi clears that ball out of bounds. Substitution now for Melrose. Throw in directly into the corner from Melrose, looking for a cross. Knocked out by Halama. Bob Nikas there, shouldered off that ball. Well played by the Melrose defender to knock it then again back off of Bob Nikas to get that throw in. Craig Churchill gets this head to the throw-in. Eventually gets to Josh Braz, tries to spring Fedorchik, but a little behind him. Fedorchik does try to get it back to Braz. Lost to Melrose. Excellent back check by Braz to pick up that ball. And Johnny can't collect it. Picked up by Melrose. Launched downfield. Strong kick by Landaverdi. Braz now with the ball at midfield. Back to Halama. Halama springing Bob Nikas. Headed away by Melrose. Picked up by Walsh. Gets the ball over to Craig Churchill. Churchill over to Fedorchik. Kicked out of bounds by the Melrose defender. Excellent link-up play there by the Oliver Ames players forward there. Great intelligence by Fedorchik to be that far forward as that ball came across the field. Same setup as the last corner kick. The majority of the Oliver Ames players were at the top of the box. Josh Braz comes for a short kick. Receives it. Back to Churchill. Churchill into the box, but kicked away by Melrose. Churchill collects it again. Tries to get it back into Alam at the far side of the goal. Does win an Oliver Ames throw-in. About 10 yards away from the goal. 10 yards out from the back line, I should say. Long throw from Halama. Bounces off Walsh directly on goal. Wasn't sure if that was a shot or just was turning as that ball came at him. Nonetheless, picked up by the Melrose goalkeeper. Bob Nikas now. Oliver Ames again seemingly firmly in control of this game. As I say that, ball lost to Melrose, but picked up by Oliver Ames again. Walsh sprung down the right-hand side. Shooting opportunity for him. Takes that shot. Ricocheted off the side of his foot for a Melrose goal kick. Melrose goal kicked about half. First and second head to them, but Halama's tall head's there to pick it up for Oliver Ames before it gets too deep. Oliver Ames throw. Halama to get this. 10 minutes gone in the first half, or second half. 3-1 Oliver Ames. Bob Nikas with a strong fight in the corner. Call goes against Bob Nikas. Surprisingly there. And again, we'll talk about the two-referee system. The referee that called it a foul was half the field away from what was going on there, so it's very hard in this two-referee system for them to make a call in either left-hand corners because there's just no referees there. Ball's me offsides on Walsh there from a long kick from Fedorchik. Giovanardi out to take that kick well out of his goal. Picked up by Halama to Bob Nikas. Launched forward by Craig Churchill longer than he wanted it to be. Giovanardi well off his line to kick that ball back in. Ball bouncing from either side of the field really quickly. Big hip check against Johnny as he went up to take that. Again, no call on there. Craig Churchill now. He's got Walsh on the right-hand side. Bob Nikas in the center. Springs to Walsh on the right-hand side. Gets there, crosses in, picked up by the Melrose defense and headed out of bounds for a corner kick. Luke Churchill will take this kick. No one coming for a short kick. Ball launched to the far post. Bounces through the goal. No one can get to it. I think off of Halama's foot as it landed on the far side. Goes out of bounds for a Melrose goal kick. Timeout Oliver Ames. Referee calling the teams back onto the field. Should get restarted here with a Melrose goal kick. Ellie coming onto the field for Walsh during that timeout. Not seeing any other changes in the lineup here. Melrose gets us restarted here. 3-1 Oliver Ames. 27 minutes left in the second half. Round of 32 single loss elimination tournament. Fedorchuk with a giant throw. Tries to spring Ellie down the right-hand side. Knocked out of bounds from Melrose. Another throw in for Oliver Ames. Strong fight from Halama to win the ball off Melrose. Then they turn up the field, actually, Melrose does. Switch to the left-hand side. Forward can't collect the ball. Fedorchuk up forward gets the ball off of the Melrose player, but they retain control again. Shot coming from Melrose from just outside the box, blocked by Luke Churchill. They get to the ball again, headed in to the box. Zach Gilson easily over to pick it up. Asks his team to relax and push forward. Ball goes over Ellie's head as well as a defender. Picked up by Melrose, knocked out of bounds. Papanika's now driving into the box. Chance for a shot to the side. Launches in. Great save by Giovanardi. Halama now with a big throw opportunity deep inside the defensive zone for Melrose. Launches the ball into the box, picked up by Melrose. Out. Fedorchik there gets a shot off. Gonna roll wide of the right post for a Melrose goal kick. Babanicas springs Hanjani, overlaps and allows Hanjani to dribble in, takes a good shot, good curve on it, heading to that far post, picked up by the Melrose goalkeeper. Giovanardi sends it out to about half. Headed on by Melrose into the box, but picked up well by the Oliver Ames defense. Great kick forward by Jacob Fedorchik. Bernielli ran onto it, but it was too far away from him. Picked up by Giovanardi in goal. Excellent flick on by the Melrose midfield, trying to spring it forward into the box, but picked up well by Jackson Mercieri. Landaverdi one-on-one top of the box. Pass just past him. Melrose driving to the box. Halama there to pick it up. Melrose gets the ball off of his foot. Still in the box with the ball. Possible offensive opportunity here for Melrose. Or penalty opportunity for Melrose if they're looking to go down on one of those tackles on him. Excellent positioning by Halama to get that pass as it goes across the box. Bernielli jumps through a player who is jumping up for a header. Call against him. Referee stops the clock with 22 minutes left in the first half, or in the second half. Bernielli back up, says he's okay. Melrose now moving the ball well between their offense and defense. As I say that, pass forward to the offense lost to Luke Churchill. Luke over to Craig Churchill. Solid midfield play between those two. Craig Churchill takes the ball down the right-hand side on his own. Does get the ball forward to Babanikas. Fights for a corner kick. Does win that corner kick. Substitutions coming on for both Melrose and Oliver Ames. Bernielli coming off, Walsh coming back on. Kick from Churchill directly into the center of the box, picked up by the Melrose players first. Locked into the box. We're passed forward back into the box by Fedorchik, but Craig Churchill was offsides. Kick now coming out of their defensive zone for Melrose. kick to Luke Churchill, or kick picked up by Luke Churchill. Heavy shoulder tackle in the air on Babanikas there. Referee not looking for a card or anything just yet there. Well, he is calling the player over for some words. Doesn't pull the card out, though. Jackson Mercier forward to take this kick. Kick goes right through the box. No one's there to pick it up. Short kick for Melrose, changing their normal style of play. They pass it forward. Good collection by them. 5 players in the same general area for Melrose, driving to the box against 2 defenders. They get it around, but can't connect that final pass. Ball was out of bounds for a goal kick for Oliver Ames. Melrose sees something there in Oliver Ames pushing far back on that. On the goal kick, set up a nice little play to spring that ball down the right-hand side. Couldn't connect him on that last pass. Mercier now in the box and the ball. Sends it forward to Babanikas, tries to flick it on to Anjani. Anjani does get there. Ball's no loss on the bounds, though, for a Melrose throw-in. Under 20 minutes now down in the second half of the game here. Loser of this game season is over. Ball sent forward by Melrose. Well touched by Luke Churchill and collected again by him. Mercier has to go back to Gilson. High press here from Melrose. They pick up the ball. Jacob Fedorchik gets that ball, pushes across middle to find Churchill. Tries to find Babanikas. Ball bounced past his foot. Good pressure by Walsh on Giovanardi. Forces him to send that ball long and quick. Ball lost out of bounds by the Melrose forward for a Oliver Ames throw-in. Braz under pressure pushes the ball back to Gilson. Has to slam that ball out of bounds. Telling Landaverdi he's got to push that ball out faster. Throw in here from Melrose, who's feeling some level of momentum in this game. Still 2 goals down. Ball goes right across the box, picked up by a Melrose player, but couldn't make good connection to the ball. Braz sends Walsh down the right-hand side. Does eventually, Walsh picks it up, dribbles it back to safety, finds Braz again, dribbling on, pushes it back to Walsh. Walsh wins the throw-in for Oliver Ames down the right-hand side. Senior Drew Hall coming onto the field now, subbing out Cyrus Hanjani, who's the left-hand wing, pushing Walsh over to the left-hand wing. Drew Hall and his huge throw will be launched in, looking for a corner kick here. Walsh and 4 of the players getting into the box for Oliver Ames. Picked up by a Melrose defender. Back into the box well by Hall. Babanikas knocked down from behind, no call from the referee. Luke Churchill's pass back to Babanikas, called offsides. Kick only as far as Walsh. Does a good job to retrieve that second ball, get it back to Halama. Halama pushes it forward. Now Melrose coming back at Oliver Ames. Good touch on by number 4 from Melrose. That was definitely an opportunity there. Walsh gets the ball up to Babanikas. Sprung down deep into the left-hand side. Matteo Giovanardi over to pick it up with his foot. Dribbles back in the box for a pickup. Good touch by Landaverde. Walsh clears the ball over to Babanikas. Craig Churchill now driving. Looks for a big change over to Drew Hall, but picked up by the Melrose defense. Josh Braz now turns in the middle of the field. Got a wide open Nicky Babanikas, launches a shot. From all angles, it looked like that was going in the goal, but I think it bounced off the field goal post and sort of rolled down the back of the net as if it was in. (3-1) Oliver Ames, 15 minutes to go in the game. I believe the referee allowing an injury substitution. Babanikas off the field, stretching his calf or ankle. Bernielli coming on for him. Craig Churchill now finds a wide open Bernielli. Two players getting back on him. Take it down from behind. No call from the referee. Bernielli down on the ground, and it looks like it's in some level of pain. Be an Oliver Ames throw. No call on the foul there. And Johnny back on the field for Walsh. Throw from Hall directly to Craig Churchill, just outside the box now. Back to Hall. Tries to cross it in, picked up by a Melrose defender and bounced off a Hall for a Melrose throw-in. (13 minutes plus stoppage time left in the game here. 3-1, Oliver Ames versus Melrose. Round of 32 in the Division II MIAA playoffs. Luke Churchill turns the ball upfield, finds Drew Hall. Eventually, Craig Churchill picks the ball inside the box, shooting or crossing opportunity for Craig. Picks it up, finds Cyrus St. Johnny. Ball bounced before his kick, and his kick ends up kicking the ball very high. Oliver Ames with the vast control of this half. Haven't been able to put a goal in at all this half. Neither teams have. Drew Hall, good touch forward to Bernielli, who's charging onto it. Oh, Hall tries to get his foot to it, knocked away by the Melrose defense. Luke Churchill, time and space, finds a wide open Ellie on the right-hand side. Offsides on Ellie. Bernie's touch back to Braz. Churchill tries to push it back to Bernie, but ball doesn't get there. Here come Melrose. Ball lost out of bounds before they can pick up that offensive attack. Wasted opportunity there. Good connection there between Churchill and Hanjani. Alama throws the ball in for Oliver Ames, deep in our own zone. Ball doesn't seem to go in bounds. Melrose to take that throw over. Substitution coming in for him. Offensive throw here for Melrose, needing 2 goals. 10 minutes left in the game. Luke Churchill comes down with that ball after the throw and sends the ball downfield, but keeps it in bounds. Keeping that time running, and allow Drew Hall to get down and try to force an error from the Melrose defense. Melrose now just outside the box. Excellent touch by Mercier to get that off their feet. Craig Churchill to Ellie. Ellie with some space on the right-hand side. Not a lot of players with him from the offensive side, though. Does eventually lose the ball to Melrose. Ball kicked out of bounds for a Melrose throw-in. Throw in from Melrose, picked up by Fedorchuk, who launches the ball downfield for a corner kick for Melrose. Substitution coming on for Oliver Ames. Walsh and Babanikas coming on. Probably Hall and Ellie coming off now. Under 10 minutes, 3-1, Oliver Ames versus Melrose. Walsh gets the ball to Babanikas. Babanikas to Hanjani. Hanjani gets into the box. Great dribbling by him, but through 2 players. Pulls around the back of somebody. Takes the shot in his own, but blocked away from a Melrose player. Maybe one pass backwards there from Hanjani. Gets Babanikas a hat trick, but here comes Babanikas again looking for the hat trick. Knocked away well by Giovanardi and out. Knocked out of bounds for a Melrose throw-in. Walsh now, a couple defenders on him, dribbles into the center, finds Hanjani. Hanjani turns around, gets himself just outside the box, launches a shot from well outside the box. Picked up by Giovanardi. Braz now dribbling in, brought down from behind, wins the call. Stays on the ground, allowing his team to catch a breather. Push forward into Melrose's defense. Not many players from Oliver Ames forward on this one here. I see Hanjani, Babanikas, and Walsh in the box. Ball goes towards Babanikas, gets his head to it. Good fight by him, wins a corner kick for Oliver Ames here. Now in taking their time mode. Churchill coming over to take it. 2 players back for Oliver Ames, Fedorchuk and Landaverde. Brass coming for a short ball, launched the back post, headed out of bounds from Melrose. Oh, maybe I saw that wrong. Headed out of bounds for a goal kick, actually. Short kick from Melrose again. Pushes down the right-hand side, gets the ball past Hanjani. Landaverde, strong tackle to get it out. Excellent touch by Craig Churchill behind him to get that ball into the green. Hinjani switches field to Churchill. Luke Churchill dribbles into the center. He's got three options in front of him, Walsh, Bobanicas, and Hinjani. Pulls the ball back for brother Craig Churchill. Shooting opportunity from outside the box. Sends it high and wide. Melrose goal kick here. Just about at that 5-minute stoppage time now. Fedorchuk with a strong tackle, pushes it forward. Looking for Bobanicas, picked up by the Melrose defense. Offensive attack there by Melrose. Still keeping a lot of players behind the ball, considering the situation, or behind the defense, considering the situation we're in here, or considering the situation they're in here, needing 2 goals in 5 minutes. Still seeing 4 defenders and a defensive midfielder back in front of them. Gilson's ball to half. Good touch by Bobanicas. Turns forward. Gets through 2 defenders. Into the corner on his own. 2 players in the box. Looks back to Braz. Walsh now with it. Walsh into the box. Walsh launches a shot. Picked up by Giovanardi. Melrose now turning upfield. Let's see if they decide to press more players into the offensive zone. Cyrus and Johnny absolutely takes that ball away from a player and then turns it into another player and wins a Oliver Ames throw-in. Olama's throw headed directly out of bounds for another Oliver Ames throw-in. Substitution now coming on. Drew Hall coming on for Cyrus and Johnny. Probably about 2 minutes into our 5-minute extra time period. Plus the few stoppages for injuries. It might be closer to 6 minutes here. Lou Churchill perfectly positioned as Melrose tries to turn upfield. Jackson Mercieri looking for options forward. Looks for Bobanicas, picked up by Melrose's defense, but they can't get it past Josh Braz. Braz down the right-hand side. Still with the ball just outside the box. Switches to Craig Churchill. Strong Melrose defense right now, blocking that ball out. Melrose has got to turn and go here. They got to start sending players forwards here. Maybe 2-3 minutes left in this game here. Needing 2 goals. Here comes the ball forward for them. Halama forward to snuff it out. Good head on by Drew Hall. No one there from the Oliver Ames offense to pick it up. Hall pushed down from behind, wins a kick. Drew Hall setting up to take this kick. A bit long out for a shot, but we'll see what we can do with this. Only 3 players forward. Certainly a defensive position for Oliver Ames there. Ball goes wide left. Melrose goal kick. 90 seconds to 2 minutes left in this game is my guess. Goal kick to midfield. Second touch to Melrose. Eventually knocked out of bounds by Luke Churchill. Melrose throwing. They should be getting as many players forward as they can now. Still 4 players back on defense for them. Long ball forward, Drew Hall into the box. Defender around him. Does a good job to get that ball down. Turns it around, rips a shot, but blocked by the Melrose defender. Melrose maneuvering at midfield, trying to find a way to get into the offensive zone here. Ball lost out of bounds for an Oliver Ames throw in here. Can't be much time left on this game here. 3-1 Oliver Ames. Round of 32 single loss playoff bracket. Bobanika's still looking for that hat trick, driving forward on Giovanardi. Giovanardi shins the ball forward. Walsh is there with an aggressive header to push it back offensively, but only as far as a Melrose player. Here we go, Melrose. Now's their opportunity, just inside the top of the box. Shot coming in, well saved by Gilson. Gilson pushing his team forward, eating up whatever's left of this clock here, which can't be much. Drew Hall gets the first head to it, pushes it forward for Bobanika's. Picked up by Melrose defense. Bobanika's good back check by him, getting that ball off of them. Crosses the ball over to Craig Churchill. And that is the whistle. Oliver Ames comes away with the victory here. 3-1 against Melrose. Oliver Ames moves on to the next round to play Milford in the round of 16. Congratulations to Oliver Ames and a good season there by Melrose. Thank you for joining us on Easton Community Access TV. We'll be back for the next game, which should be at home.
ECAT's production of OA Sports are provided by RevT, we simplify technology for better, Easton Lions Club, Morris Insurance, Doug King Bills Incorporated. ECAT would like to thank all the sponsors for the support of producing OA Sports.